Forget your spilled coffee, forget your passwords, but don't forget these life-saving numbers. Welcome to the revision session where numbers finally make sense, and maybe even stick longer than your last caffeine buzz. Let's start with benzodiazepine conversions, or the diazepam dose party. Core principle are to switch to diazepam because it's long-acting, smooths withdrawal, and plays nicely with dose tapering. Tapering works by cutting dose by 1/10 to 1/4 every 2 weeks, equivalents to diazepam 5 mg. Use this as your center of gravity. The low Ls, 0.5 to 1 mg, are lorazepam, loprazolam, lormetazepam. The normal nitra, 5 mg, nitrazepam. The 10 tiger, 10 mg, temazepam. The outliers, 15 mg, chlordiazepoxide, and oxazepam, are Ku or triple diazepam. Let's move on to opioid conversions. How much morphine is magic? Remember the reference range table like your depends on it? Remember standard reference is oral morphine 10 mg. Rescue doses are 1/6 of 24-hour dose every 2 to 4 hours PRN. Divide and conquer with morphine. Remember, patches are not suitable for acute or rapidly changing pain. Prescribe patches by brand, dose micrograms per hour, and duration e.g. 72 hours. Fentanyl patches are generally not for opioid-naive patients. Have you noticed the patch pattern? If you have the daily morphine dose and round the dose down, you get the equivalent 24-hourly patch dose. Nice, eh? Now, let's move on to alcohol. You need a quick and reliable way to calculate alcohol units. Here's the simple method to nail it. Units equal volume of alcohol in liters multiplied by its ABV %. If a question says 500 milliliter pint daily, 5% ABV. This means 0.5 multiplied by 5, which equals 2.5 units. Memorize these numbers, and you are good to go. Tip: low-risk drinking in UK guidelines means less than or equal to 14 units per week for both men and women, spread over greater than or equal to 3 days. Single and double refer to standard measures of spirits, like vodka, gin, whiskey, or rum, served in pubs and bars. Single means 25 milliliters or 1 unit. Double means 50 milliliters or 2 units. Let's move to cigarette pack years. Just memorize this formula, and you can tackle any pack year-related questions. Determine average cigarettes per day, divide by 20, multiply by the number of years the person has smoked. Now let's get serious. You have to know your anaphylaxis and meningococcal septicemia doses in an emergency. Look at these tables carefully. Easy, right? Well, I can make it as easy as ABC for you, my friends. Just remember, bus number 191 and number 12, you ask why? Sounds mad as a hatter. Well, benzyl penicillin dose is basically divided into over 9 years between 1 and 9 and less than 1. Give 1.2 grams if 10 and over, have it to 600 milligrams if between 1 and 9, have it more if younger than 1. For anaphylaxis doses, use adrenaline, 1 in 1,000. Remember, I told you, to remember the magic number 12. If over 12, give full dose 0.5 milliliters. Next dose range is half of number 12, i.e. 6 years to 12 years, give 0.3 milliliters. Then again, the next dose range is half of number 12, i.e. 6 months to 6 years, you give 0.15 milliliters. Then lastly, under 6 months, 0.1 to 0.15 milliliters. All done. In summary, diazepam's the benzo boss, morphine's your opioid anchor. Pack years and booze units are just math in disguise, and adrenaline, it's 12 and 6 or bust. You don't need to remember every number, just the right ones. Smash those exams. And remember, you've got this memorized, not mesmerized.